playoff seedings. It doesn't get more intense than this when you're talking about regular season action.
And, you know, B, I really like this. These regular season games, teams getting ready for the postseason, that playoff atmosphere, ooh, gets me excited. So much fun to watch.
Now here's Powell. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. Pass to Zubac. Now Jackson. Bullock puts it in. Outside Finney-Smith. And here's Doncic. Powell with it. He's guarded by Zubac. Kicks it to Doncic. 4 on the clock. Here's Finney-Smith. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
He's showing us the handles a little bit right there. All the way to the rack.
And with the statement finish, too. Don't know how you stop that, man.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Now Los Angeles with it. And the first season matchup for them against the Mavericks this year.
Last year, this team got the better of them in the season series. So they're looking to correct that. He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Now here's Brunson. His last outing, he had 18 points. Kicks it to Doncic. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Yeah, it was just a little late. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
And it's the Clippers' ball. And the tremendous confidence of Luka Doncic. Part of what makes him special, I think. What comes first, you think, Grant? The talent or the swagger?
Wow, tough question, B.A. I think it's the talent. When you have great talent, then you have swagger. And you have to remember, I mean, he played professional in Europe at the age of 16. So he may be young, but he's well seasoned. And he's been at this for a long, long time.
Jackson can't get it to go.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Here's Zubac. Goes back up. It's rebounded by Dallas.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
And it's Doncic on the drive. George with the block. Outside Brunson. Back to Doncic. No stopping him there. Jams it in. And he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. It's going to go on Reggie Jackson.
Luka Doncic.
And he says he needs to improve his game in a lot of areas. But you ask me, Luka Doncic is one of the most complete players you'll find.
That's good from Doncic. And you talk about the overall game of Doncic. He's a tremendous passer, a tremendous rebounder, and we know he can score.
And that's what defines the great players. Even if his shot's off on a given night, he has other ways to impact the game. Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal.
So creative on the attack. I like whenever Doncic knifes inside and looks to score.
Top of the key. He hits the back iron and sinks it. George has got 7 points. Outside Brunson. Powell sets a screen. Oh, they pick off the pass. And it's the Clippers on the break. Here's Batum. Oh, no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Doncic on the wing. And 1:01 left to play in the first quarter. With the drive. Banked it in off the glass. Doncic has gotten his third basket of the night.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
The three, George. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
On the take.
Out of bounds.
And the ball out of play. The Clippers will have it.
Checking in for the Mavericks.
The Clippers trail. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Kicks it out to Kennard. Hartenstein a screen. Fires for three. Powell left side. Here's Mann. Pass to Kennard. Just 5 on the clock. He takes it in. Here's Powell. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And Kennard, well schooled, just keeping his eyes up and making that play.
Steps back. It's all tied in Los Angeles. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break.
All right. Look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get loud for your Clippers Spirit.
And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers guys.
They're getting a big contribution from the bench already.
They're looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it. No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Kicks it out to Bertans. Outside, Green. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Bertans. Here's Ntilikina. Three-pointer, no good. The Clippers in the lead. Kennard on the wing. Pass to Zubac. Powell right side. That shot off. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. A tough loss coming against San Antonio in their last game.
They kept the game close, but made a lot of mistakes. And we heard about it from the coaching staff afterward.
And they made some comments themselves that some of the fault might have lied with them because they didn't go in with the best of game plans and they didn't make the right adjustments. So we'll see tonight if they do.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Oh, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And Marjanovic gets it to go.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one. Here's Mann. Taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. Pass to Kennard. And he drives in. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. And Grant, you were a big wing with skill. That type of player very much in demand in today's game.
Well, I mean, today's NBA is all about versatility. Can you get it done offensively and defensively? Players with size and perimeter skills are very much invaluable to their team.
Here's Mann. 10 points in his last outing. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Jacks up a three. Kennard can't get it to go. The Mavericks trailing. Back to Doncic. Got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
Fearless play by Doncic in the paint. Ready to do whatever it takes to find his shot.
The drive by Mann.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Maverick substitution. Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Mann. They get the rebound. Out to Powell. Back to Hartenstein. Pass to Mann. Shot clock at 5. 4-3. Buries it from 3. Man's got 5 points in the quarter.
What was the defense thinking? I mean, that's the wrong guy to leave open.
Dinwiddie, right side.
2 minutes remain in the first.
Here's Bullock.
2 minutes.
Now Doncic. Over Covington. Here's Finney-Smith. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation.
Clippers ball. Substitution for your Clippers. Marcus Morris Sr. Nicholas Batum. Paul George.
We've got 1:48 left to play in the second quarter. And Grant, after a training camp invite back in 2016, undrafted rookie Dorian Finney-Smith making the Mavs roster. It was a big deal. They saw a 3-and-D potential in this young guy.
Well, the effort and tenacity have been there from the beginning, and now the shot is coming along too.
They get it again. Doncic. Powell sets a screen. Pass to Bullock. 5 to shoot. Doncic with it. Shoots over George. Doncic, no good.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Here's Batum. To the paint. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
That's his first.
That's on Dorian Finney-Smith.
First team foul.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
He knocks down the first one. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
And one thing I've learned through the years is no matter the situation, there are always adjustments you can make.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
That one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 52 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Dinwiddie goes in. Deflected. They retain possession. Pass to Ntilikina to end the run. Drops in the 3.
Well, that'll make a defender's hands full if Ntilikina can stretch it out that far.
Now Zubac. Over to the wing. Here's Batum. He drops it from range. Batum's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
And you have to appreciate the heart they've shown on the offensive boards this quarter.
Left block shot on the way. Here's Marjanovic. Stolen by Jackson. It's stolen by Green. And that one is stuffed right through.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball.
And so it's Los Angeles finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Their play has earned them a nice lead, one they'll look to build on as the game continues. We'll be right back after this word. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Inside. To the right side. Lets the 3 fly. Gets the 3 to fall. 5 points in the game.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been 3s.
And here's Doncic outside. And the Mavericks, another 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
That one goes in. Zubac has got his second bucket of the night.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot. and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Dwight Powell.
First team.
That's his first foul. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway.
PG showing that's a signature dunk from him.
To the inside. Powell.
Dwight Powell.
And Powell with the stuff.
Oh, come on, B.A. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Into the lineup.
And the Clippers making a change here.
Isaiah Hartenstein.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Powell with it. Back to Finney-Smith. 4 on the clock. Now Powell. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Clippers ball.
They put together a solid lead.
And it doesn't seem like they're going to back off.
Releases. He can't hit that time. And it's Dallas the other way. Doncic up top. Over Jackson. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. From outside the arc. And that basket makes him 6 for 11. Shooting a good percentage.
We've seen why Doncic is a perennial MVP candidate. He's taken over completely at the offensive end.
It looks like he's got more feel tonight. Like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Doncic with it. It's rebounded by George. And with Paul George, Grant, you know what he delivers. Very consistent in what he'll bring to each game.
I mean, the scoring is always going to be there. But his defense doesn't take a night off either. I mean, very nice and consistent production from him.
Paul George spotted up, spacing the floor, and cashes in.
Down low. Here's Powell. The kick out to Brunson. For 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Pass to Hartenstein. Here's George. And again, it's the Clippers converting.
Well, Paul George can play in the supportive role, and then he can do things like that where he just decides to take over.
Brunson misses. And the Clippers with the ball. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. George outside. Makes a fantastic.
First round try. 100 bands on me on blues all day. Baby, but it's real all bad. Yeah, she wanna be. Pull up to the party in some off-white Porsches, off-white forces. Chicks so gorgeous, neck is gorgeous, both ears gorgeous, left wrist gorgeous, right wrist gorgeous. Know your baby mama want it. You don't want no problems, you know we keep. Pull up on my like Jim Wood floors. We keep scoring, we keep scoring. Pull up to the party in some off-white Porsches, chicks so gorgeous, both ears gorgeous. I don't wanna be rude, but you know it hit different, like I know it hit different. So why you playing games, girl? You fall for me. Oh, you fall for me, yeah. Yeah.
It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Atlanta Hawks today. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA and all its great action on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Taking a look at Toronto.
Yeah, and Kevin, things are starting to get a little bit out of control for him. This losing streak is starting to become an embarrassment, and it's only going to get worse if things don't change.
Now, here's Hunter. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. A couple of great big men in the middle tonight, Greg. Center matchups are far from traditional these days, but this should be fun to watch.
Especially, Kevin, once you get into the small ball lineups. I mean, we've seen guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5.
4 on the clock, and the shot will not go from Anunoby. Young drives in, and it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. Takes it inside. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And there it is for him. Siakam's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Raptors.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
A 3, Hunter. The Hawks again can't hit. And there's the call on John. Collins. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. For 3, Van Vliet. That shot off. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Yeah, and quick. Like as quick as possible. That was a dismal showing, especially for them at the offensive end.
Looking back at the 2017-18 season, Clint Capella, Brent, shot an eye-popping 65% from the field. That led the NBA.
Well, a third of his baskets were dunks during that season, so I would expect the percentage to actually, Kevin, be pretty high. And a lot of those were at the hands of James Harden at the time playing in Houston, who won the MVP that year. But he has the ability to roll and to finish. He has shown soft hands, and he plays defensively. So he's a great big who can put out to complement both sides of the floor.
Anunoby, good.
And can't do much else. The strength of Anunoby comes in handy on those challenging finishes.
Capella. The kick out to Young. Going inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
And great finds by Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
In the corner, it's Hunter. Inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Young with no one around. And again, it's Atlanta.
Well, if you let Trae Young get a look from there, he's knocking that down. Feels like 90% of the time.
Here's Barnes. And the rejection by Collins.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Raptors shooting their first free throws of the game.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
All that he gives them on offense, Siakam's ability, Greg, to switch defensively is key for this team.
And he can legitimately stay in front of guards on the perimeter. I mean, this guy contests shots without fouling. You love the combination of focus and strong fundamentals.
That's his first.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Ladies and gentlemen, your North Side Crew.
The Hawks trailing. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. There's been perfect in the line so far. Albeit just 2 for 2.
Third team foul.
No good on the free throw.
At the line for your
And what you get with Barnes, Greg, tremendous versatility.
And he gets others involved. Kevin plays great defense, has an excellent feel for the games. He doesn't have to score to impact winning, but if you need points from him, the young fella can provide that as well.
And Jang gets it to go.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
And you can always count on VanVleet to make the right play. He doesn't make too many bad decisions when he's got the ball in his hands.
He takes it in. Here's Barnes. No one near Boucher as he lets it go. The three-pointer off the mark. Pass to Jang. Young outside. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. 5 to shoot. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Here's Jang. No good on that one. Good D by Barnes. Here's VanVleet. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Gets it off. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Raptors lead by 3. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto.
All right. Look who's coming on board.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
It'll be a Raptors time.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Another part of the game tonight where they've been effective is to get points in the paint.
Greg, you had a lot of success playing in college and the NBA, but what was the most fun you ever had playing with a team?
That's a tough call, Kevin. I mean, winning tends to be the most fun, so I'd have to probably say my UNLV team, but we had some great teams with the Knicks, and don't forget about my Blazers. They were also a really competitive team.
And nice to see the strong inside game they're playing this quarter.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And very quietly, Young just continues to be an efficient player, a multi-talented swingman who does a little bit of everything.
Now, here's Okongwu. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The Hawks trail by 5. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Atlanta Hawks are back. Last season, they won the Southeast Division for the first time in 6 seasons. With quality players at every position, things are starting to gel. Trae Young said, "This feels good. We just have a lot of belief in each other," as they are poised to be good for a long time.
Well, they've clearly made the turn, David. Thanks. Now, here's Siakam. Thaddeus Young missing his last shot. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Now, Okongwu. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Back to Trent. And a wide open look for Siakam. Drills it from outside. Siakam's got 9.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam demonstrating that ability to hurt you from beyond.
Here's the screen. Bogdanovich, no luck. Toronto leading by 6. Into the lane. Pass to Achua. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
Yeah, and they came out with a W every time they played this squad last year. A stark contrast drawn between the conference's haves and have-nots.
For the Hawks. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. 6-point game. With the drive. Back to Capella. Pocket 6. Misses the 3.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Drops in the